So in the latest chapter of My Hero, we get some much needed context on Shigaraki's backstory, and I'm glad that Midoriya was here to see this. So it all starts with Midoriya being able to see finally, like, how does Shigaraki start off? What is his origin story? And Midoriya is able to see that this dude's quirk just activated after he got abused by his family, and it was a random encounter. Like, despite him saying that he destroyed his house and his family of his own volition, Midoriya is able to see that this is not really the case. Because the context that we get here that we didn't have when we first saw his backstory was that in Shigaraki's mind, he saw that, of course I meant to do this to my family. Otherwise, why would I have a power like this? In that moment, I hated my family. And then afterwards, my quirk just activated and it killed everybody. So I must have meant to do it, right? Remember, he is a 5-year-old kid. People that think that, he actually meant what he is saying right here, you're wild. Midoriya is able to see that it was like a strong sense of hatred and catharsis plus the sorrow and perplexity of his personality that just kind of got balanced together. And basically, as a result, Shigaraki didn't see no other path forward because it's like, I already murdered my entire family. Even if it was an accident or on purpose, whatever, I already did it. And like, these hands only destroy stuff. So what other avenue in life do I really have other than to be a hero for the villains? But I do love that Midoriya is trying to help Shigaraki through this because he's like, when I was struggling, I felt at ease when I was able to hold somebody else's hand, or they were able to hold mine, which of course that can't happen with Shigaraki. So in true All Might fashion, Midoriya's like, that's why I'm here. I'm here for you, right here, right now, in your mind in this moment. It's to the point where Shigaraki doesn't even know if he would even be himself without the hatred, because he had the hatred ever since he was 5, all the way up to being in his early 20s. But then something very interesting and sinister happened. Keep in mind, we are in the world of Vestigius right now. So you're able to see your past, your future, your present, see the flashbacks and the past lives and see their lives play out. And in this moment, Shigaraki is able to see his father. His father is looking at him, talking to him. And it's like, I've never talked to him. These ain't my memories. Who could they have been? And of course, that person was All For One, which means All For One at some point in his life met with Shigaraki's father. And I've been speculating this for a minute, but I'm pretty sure that Shigaraki got his quirk from All For One to set everything up in Shigaraki's life. After all, Shigaraki's grandmother's quirk is to float. If her son were to have a quirk, it would probably be something similar to or derivative of floating. And before you say Shigaraki could have some combination of his father's quirk and his mother's quirk to make this decay thing, you have to keep in mind that most mutated quirks are some type of combination of their mom and father's quirk. Bakugo's quirk is a combination of his parents because his father can make small explosions with his hand and his mother can make glycerin. However, decay has absolutely nothing to do with float. So I've always speculated that All For One probably gave him that quirk on purpose because he knew his lineage to Nanashimura. And I know some people might think that, All For One died, why is he still around? You have to keep in mind, the quirk that All For One had was a copy. The real All For One quirk he gave to Shigaraki. That was his last contingency. And as this comment very eloquently pointed out, it's like All For One always made sure that he had some type of contingency plan leading to his final goal. I remember when All For One was becoming a lot more erratic, even though I feel like it was explainable because his age was deteriorating. They were thinking, why would this super smart dude finally crumble in this way? And it's because that was the copy. That wasn't even the real quirk for All For One. He knew that this was his trump card. And at the climax of the final fight, it makes sense for him to finally come out in this moment. And it's like, all right, now Midoriya and Shigaraki collectively are saying, this dude has been behind all of this. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how they deal with this situation. Because I'm not going to lie, All For One's kind of going down as one of the smartest, most calculated antagonists I've ever seen in Shonen Jump. And I'm here for it.